Well, hey, Daniel, how's it going?
Good.
Right on. Great to be here today.
You know, you got a dream that is wanting to come true, and you're working hard on trying to make that come true.
Oh, yeah, it's a long road. It takes a lot of work and dedication to try to get things together and a lot of networking. It comes down to getting people together and being able to make people work together and be the support unit to get the backup band going. To create that 70s feel like Elvis Presley was doing in the 1970s. And that's what I'm trying to achieve right now. And trying to coordinate everything is really tough. And to find the right people, you have to go through lots of people to find just the right person.
Yeah. I get discouraged at all?
Well, yeah, sometimes I do. I feel like I'm suffering from adversity, but, you know, I quit quitting a long time ago. What I'm after is just getting this project going. It is my biggest dream, and no matter what happens, I figure if it's not going to kill me, it's going to make me stronger, and I will learn from this experience as to, you know, how much better it's going to make me and a stronger person to go through all this that we're going through right now. The biggest problem I'm having is I'm finding excellent musicians and then coming to find out that they can't get along with each other. And thinking that, you know, I found these two great guitar players, and then, I found two great guitar players that just dislike each other and won't work together no matter what, even for those few hours. So that's why I've come about finding you, and you've been a great inspiration for me and trying to get things together. In fact, you just found me a really great bass guitarist. His name's Keith Post, and this guy is really something else.
Okay, well, good. Glad the Keith thing worked out. What about the guitar player guy that
We haven't heard back from him. We texted him, and we called him yesterday, and we emailed him and asked him to request the material for the audition material so he could rehearse, but we got no response from him at all. And I got your text yesterday as you told me, you know, I take it from the ground start. So we just told him, hey, you were recommended by Daniel Crothers, and you know, we just want to see if you're interested in our project, the Elvis Project, and look us up at www.elvisnagelenterprises.com and see if you like what you see. Perhaps you'd like to have a ground floor opportunity in working with this project. There's so many world-class musicians that we have right now. We have 5 veteran members from the old band in the band right now, and we're trying to put together a 15-piece orchestra. And the orchestra starts on the 15th of December, just next week. And
orchestra?
Yeah, we have a horn section. We have a Barry sax, one guy that plays tenor and alto sax, a trumpet player, and a guy that's playing the trombone. So that's going to be our 4-piece horn section. Plus, with you will be the orchestra. You'll be doing the strings and the keyboards, and hopefully we'll have you be our music director. We need somebody with that type of expertise to give the music that extra feel, because I'm feeling right now we're really missing on dynamic in the music.
You know, there was a band that used to do the Blues Brothers. Are you familiar with them?
This is the horn section. That's the horn section.
Is that the guys?
Yep.
All right. See, I knew it.
The Blues Broads. And Kerry
Cook,
yes,
that's right.
Yeah, Kerry Cook, he's the leader. He was with me for over 27 years. He was in the Elvis band. If you look on the footage, when you look up at elvisenterprises.com, you'll see him playing his Barry saxophone. He's the same section leader, and yes, that is the same guys. They're going to be playing for us in my new project.
All right, I'm going to have to put it in here in the Google. It's a tricky long name, you know, Elvis
Nagel Enterprises.
Oh, Elvis Nagel.
Yeah, elvisnagelenterprises.com. Isn't that what it is, sweetie?
Do this.
Is it Prises?
Yeah, prizes. Yeah, Elvis Nagel Enterprises.
All right, here we go. Come on, Elvis. Come on, Elvis. One computer is broadcasting. The other computer is, you know, trying to still run through the same thing, so it's a little slow. And this one's wireless over here. All right, Elvis Nagel's is this is the home page. This is the bio page for Elvis. So you got a bio page too.
Yeah, well,
is this all new? This putting it all together, or
this is me right here. I saw Elvis live 7 times as I was a young child before Elvis had passed away.
And what was that like?
It was unlike anything or any concert I've ever seen. Every time I saw Elvis, before he even came out onto stage, it was like goosebumps. And all of a sudden the lights went out, and there he appeared, like he was beamed down from another planet.
Huh. Bigger than life, huh?
Bigger than life. Oh my God, there's nothing like that. And the crowd response, there was electricity in the air. Elvis was definitely superhuman. Whatever he had, the charisma, it was just like unlike. And I decided at that point that I wanted to look like him. I wanted to sound like him. I wanted clothes like his, and I wanted to be like Elvis because I was named Elvis. I wondered who this guy was about. So I spent my whole life trying to figure out who Elvis Presley was so I can do a good job of representing him.
Sounds like a Christian thing, you know, wanting to be like Jesus. But Jesus wasn't much of a model. Or excuse me, sorry about that. It's not that he wasn't a great model. It's that we don't know what that looks like today.
Right, exactly.
Being Jesus. So,
right.
But Elvis, you could meet Elvis and you go, whoa, now here's something alive. And since you were named that too, it probably it's unavoidable for you. Sounds like you tried to avoid your calling, so to speak.
Well, I did. I was beat up on the bus and made fun of as a kid, and I was made fun of because of Elvis was like my idol, but he was an icon, and I always went to the concerts. Elvis came to town here in Portland always around in April, and I could give you the dates of the concerts. I have them with me if you're interested in them. But the first time I seen Elvis was in 1970, and he was wearing the white fringe outfit. And he came 2 years later, and I went again on my birthday. It was the 26th of April. My birthday is around the 28th, and I always get to go to the Elvis concert because it was my birthday. And what do you want for your birthday?
I want to go
see Elvis.
Wow.
So one day, we went to one that was in Salem, and the next day, Elvis had a 2 p.m. concert and was in Seattle. And so what we did is we drove up there, and Elvis seen me the night before, because every time I'd see him, I'd go, hey, Elvis, I'm Elvis, you know, and I'd be a little kid, little guy.
Yeah.
And anyways, that day when I seen him, it changed my life forever, because I seen Elvis, and I go, hey, Elvis, and he recognized me from the day before, and he goes, and he looked at me and said, Ace. And that's how I got my nickname is Ace. And if you look on my bio, when you go to my website, it explains that on the bio about me getting the nickname Ace from Elvis Presley. And from that day on, that changed my life forever. And I've been on this quest now for many years. And I just love doing it. It's a great passion for me, and it brings great joy to other people. And I just want to do things to raise charities and funds to help the people that really need it. And along with myself, I get the singing end of it. I love the big stage. I love the big concerts. But I want it done well. I want to represent Elvis as he was. And I feel that what I got out of those 7 concerts, I can give to the people. And, I gave what Elvis gave to me to them. And carry on, the tradition. And I feel that I've been very lucky in all the places I've been. I've been all over the world just because I was Elvis. And I was very fortunate to live and have the life of Elvis. And so now, I released 3 country albums, trying not to be Elvis, and everybody's begged me to be Elvis again. So this is what I'm trying to do now. So I'm trying to put together my show. And like I say, if you look at the video on the www.elvisnagelenterprises.com, you'll see the video with the 25-piece band. That took 84 people to put that show together with 25 people on stage. And it was just like a well-oiled machine.
Now this is all you then. So
yes, sir.
Well then, which one should I choose? The welcome to, or should I just hit play?
Sure.
Let it go.
Let's see what that does.
Okay.
KT Taylor, her name's Kane Taylor. She's our webmaster, and she's my photographer. She's also one of my best friends, and we work very closely together. She's helped me right now put together a business plan and trying to get the show back together and recruit people. As with you, Daniel, that's why we're here today. We're trying to recruit you to be part of the project, whether it be playing piano or be as an operations manager or whatever you can bring to the table for us. We feel that you can help bring the dream to fruition.
What's that kind of person called a person that makes dreams come true?
God, the Lord. That's the guy that I pray to all the time.
All right, let's see what.
It keeps restarting. I wonder why that is.
Let's go to Tiger Man. What's Tiger Man?
Tiger Man's a song. It's the beginning used on the movie That's the Way It Is. That's my mom right there. She passed away. This show is dedicated to the memory of my mother, Elvira Nagel. Now, she named me Elvis because her name was Elvira. And I loved her so very much. There I am right there. I was 8 years old. That's my first Elvis show.
But I wanted to be a singer and entertainer. When I was 8, my mama made my first Elvis outfit.
You gotta hook something
And that
up.
was just the beginning.
Let me just pause it for a minute.
So you have to edit this all this footage?
Yeah, I didn't know he was video recording, and I walked right in front of the camera.
It's okay. We're not recording now. Go ahead and sit down.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm on that camera anyway.
Go ahead.
No, wait, I'm on the other camera. Let me go back this way.
I just want to grab my coffee.
Okay, go ahead.
Crawl over my hands and knees.
No, that we're not on that camera, so. Now, when was this?
We have the same drummer, Chuck. His name's Chuck Shotwell.
This is you?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Nobody looks more like Elvis.
Well, a good friend of mine, I think it was you, coined the phrase, the next best thing. I really like that. I think that's really a really good advertising point.
Yeah, I mean, I swear this was Elvis stuff. It's good.
Show me the thing on the bio after this.
What?
There's a note on the bio.
Okay. Oh, are we missing it or something?
No,
Oh,
just do what you want to do.
we'll go back to the bio. You can fool with this camera if you want and see if you can get a good shot with it. Here, I'll do it.
No, okay.
So when was this? When was this?
That was back in 1998.
Is this you?
Yeah, it's me. All this footage is.
Is this your singing?
Yeah, it's my voice. My voice is quite drastically improved since back then. With years and years of practicing, you know, it's like sharpening a knife and honing it down. And that's what we've done. Broadened my time. At that time when I was doing this, I only knew 198 songs. Now I know 687 Elvis songs that I've sang in my repertoire. There's 810 different Elvis songs that Elvis did in his career.
And this is the band from the Blues Broads?
No, the horn section, just one guy is, but the horn section I'm using now, that I'm going to start using here on December 15th, is the horn section from the Blues Broads.
Yeah, they
With
were
Carrie-
good, you know. Those
Carrie
guys,
Cook
those
is
guys
the
are
section
great.
leader, yeah.
Amazing. I was also thinking soul vaccination, but
Okay.
but these boys, you know,
Yeah,
they'd be proud.
yeah.
Shoot, man. So,
There's 20,000 people there.
and where was that?
That was at the NHRA drag races in Lake Washington in Seattle, where they have the unlimited hydroplane races. That day when we were there was over 20,000 people in the crowd. We couldn't keep the girls off the stage. We had lots of problems trying to keep the people contained.
Yeah.
And one time they had to remove me from the stage because the people were getting so rowdy. And they dragged me off the stage and had me on top of everybody's arms and ripped off my sleeves off my suit and took my rings off my fingers.
What?
And we had Hell's Angels for bodyguards, 12 of them. 6 on each side. They couldn't control the crowd. Said to take me away, calm down the crowd, and bring me back. I have Richard Bigelow. He'll tell you a testimonial about that. It's just crazy. I make them go nuts. When I started doing this thing, for some reason, I seem to have some of the same abilities as Elvis had as far as being charismatic and being a good performer. I don't care how good your clothes are, what you wear. It comes down to being the front man and the entertaining ability that the singer has in order to work the audience and get to them and get inside their heads and make them feel a part of the presentation is what we're doing. And I feel that I don't know how I can connect with them, but I seem to, no matter how big or how small the crowd. You can ask KT, isn't it like that, KT? It's like ridiculous. I don't know how I do it, but they go crazy. Sometimes I wonder, I'm not really Elvis Presley. I'm a new Elvis.
Well,
I'm
dude, I'm
becoming
telling you,
Elvis.
you look like Elvis. You sing like Elvis. You move like Elvis. It's an uncanny deal.
Well, I don't know how it all happened, but I tell you what, I think the Lord did. So that's what we're about doing right now, is trying to put this thing back together, and hopefully in 2014 we can start playing some of the casinos.
Well, you tell me about how you want to use your music and this whole thing to make a difference in the world in some kind of positive way.
That's why I wanted to team up with you, because I feel the Lord brought us together for some reason. I don't know what it is, but since I've met you, you have changed my life and made a big impact already. And I find you inspiring. I look forward to talking to you when I can, and it seems like every time we got to talk, something goes on that we can't, but then it just makes me look more forward to connecting with you, like being here today. This is the first time I'm here at Space Studios. I just feel honored for you to have us here, and I think this is going to be one of many visits for me to come here and see you, because there's a reason that we were brought together. I feel that everybody that you cross roads with, there's a reason, and only the Lord knows.
Yeah.
There's two important things in life. One, the day you were born, and to find out why you were born. Those are two things we need to find out.
I like that. Yeah. Well, so my point about the wanting to make a difference in the world, make the music, and somehow help people at the same time.
Right.
Maybe because somehow in the entourage of it all and all the money that's coming and going, that some of it's getting funneled, into these positive aspects.
Right.
I dreamed about that all my life. The same thing, wanting to make a difference in that
do
way.
Charities, fundraisers, and help
Yeah.
the people and make a difference and really do something good for people.
Yeah, but then how to make money at it, because most charities I find are pretty broke, and I wanted to do stories on them. Hey, I'll help your nonprofit, get going even more. That was my goal. But then I just do a lot of free stuff. And videography and what have you. I got one coming up now, though, a project in Sherwood, and I just turned down one the other day from the guy that was going to help you go on a diet and do all that. I actually told him forget it. I don't want to do it. Now, that's out of the way, because his was like, oh, gosh, it could have been 150 hours worth of work for free. And I don't know if I can make it that long, spending all that time on his project, helping him become a success.
When you need to put that time into our project
Right.
to help us.
Yeah. Viva la Elvis.
Yeah. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. But if we could find those charitable people that would help us to throw shows, help us put them together in a big way, I feel that we can make a difference and help those charitable foundations and make a difference. At least do some positive work to help their charity and help those people that really need it. And Lord knows there's a lot of people right now that need help. A lot of things have changed in the world right now, and it's not for the better, it's for the worse. So we need to figure out a way to try to make things better and improve upon things for those people that are suffering from adversity right now.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I got anybody online that is wanting to know anything about you or could ask. I have to be honest with you. I'm having a kind of a strange experience about it inside myself. I don't quite know what to think. And I'll tell it to you, okay?
Okay, I'm all
I
ears.
look at this and I go, oh my God, you're it. You are it. I did this in the first when we first met too. I went, oh my God, you are Elvis. I thought that. I felt that. But then, we get busy and it's like, well, what can we do with it? And I've been perplexed about, and then I hear that you're putting together the band. I'm helping you find pieces to the band.
Key members.
Dude, I'm telling you, the guy I sent you, Mark Bonney on guitar, that dude is it.
Well,
he would have been Elvis's right-hand man.
We can't get him to return our call or send an email back or anything.
Well, hang in there. He'll call you, I think, unless he's gone. His wife is a owner of a major company, and she makes buco. And he basically does what he wants. And we had helped a band some years ago. I did, and I hired him to write the charts and put the whole thing together like that. And I'm telling you, he did it. And so here's these 6, black guys. Some of them, 6'8", and some of them, big heavy guys, and they all sang basically with like what was that group? Not the Imaginations.
The Imperials?
No, keep going.
Who are we thinking of?
Just my imagination.
Motown.
It's all Motown stuff. 6 black guys all singing harmonies with each other.
Right.
And they're all old, and they were wanting a comeback in their lives. And wow, we did. We put it together for them. I created an album in a similar recording project, even though I'm having troubles right now. I'm sorry. But for them, I had put together an entire album's worth of material.
Nice. And
their video material, and which one of their videos I created, it's got 1,700 views, and it got them going. And then things fall apart, right? And then, because you got to have somebody constantly creating new things happening.
Right. We need the Colonel. We need somebody like that.
It takes time and work. It takes a
small army. It
takes an army.
To a project of this size, this is enormous.
Army.
A 15-piece band is enormous.
Right. And you've already got the promo material to prove it. Here it is. Whoa. Right. Oh my God. We could have that at our little Nike function.
Right. But the fact is we have nobody selling me right now. Unseen and untold is unsold. So that's why I'm saying we're looking to get things started again here. And we're hoping that 2014 can be a rewarding year for us as we've been trying to feverishly put things together here. 2013 has all been about finding key personnel, rehearsal space, and getting all the equipment together so we can have a really nice practice place. We have a really nice place to practice down the Columbia River right now, and so mostly everything is there that we need. So a person just has to bring their guitar or bring themselves if they play piano. PA set up and everything's ready to go. All you have to do is bring yourself and your talent and be willing to learn and work on your rehearsal material every weekly and be prepared so that way when you come to rehearsal we can get a lot accomplished in a little amount of time.
Yeah. I got to thank my friend Sibel. Thank you for writing me and telling me that the video had fallen out. And so it'll be back on in about 20 seconds because that's how long the broadcast delay is. So thank you.
Is that Sibel and Botilas?
What?
Sibel and Botilas?
Sibel Clements, singer, and does interesting, I'll say, folk music. And good friend of mine, spiritual thinker, loves it. If she hears you say something like, there's a reason, why we meet people. And
Right.
it's a discovering that. And then I really loved your statement a minute ago about when you're born, you've got to figure out a couple of things. One, why you were born. And I have that same, I used a different word, but I believe that same thing. That is so important, because then you know yourself, in a sense. Even if that was an illusion, you at least know something, and that creates action in relationship to the dream of what you're here to do.
What your purpose is,
Right.
truly, here in life. And I believe my purpose here is to entertain the masses and sing. And, nothing ever good was really easy. Sometimes we have to go through a lot to make things happen, and then it's all worthwhile because you fought the battle. It took everything out of you. But I quit quitting a long time ago, and I'm not giving up. 'Cause as you can see in the video right there, I've done it, and I have a hunger for this. And that's what it takes to put it together. Tenacity. And, just keep on going, and no stones uncovered. I mean, you have to take every stone, pick it up, and find out what's going on. Make phone calls and look at everything you can, and just keep on trying to put it together.
Yeah.
And we have spent this year, we started putting the band back together in April. We have spent the whole year looking to put the core group together. And right now, we just put the core group together, and the band has never sounded better than it has. And then now we lost our piano player. He's retiring because he has tinnitus. So I'm on the search for a hot piano player that can play strings, and a music director. Someone along the lines of yourself that may be someone like you, in the same capacity.
Well, I certainly could be part of a creation of all that. I don't know if that's where I'm at. I'm still waiting for some kind of that says, oh yeah, go that direction. What do you mean? But see, I got a direction. I know who I am. I know where I'm going.
Right.
And so
you're looking for divine intervention.
Yeah, I would have to have divine intervention to say, hey, do the Elvis thing, because that'll open all these other doors. Okay, well, maybe so. And maybe so. But again, I like to sing, I like to play, I like to do my show. And it's a variety show.
Right.
So I could, and actually, who was I talking to lately? It's been brought up several times that it's about numerous people going on a show together.
Right.
If you've got Elvis and you got Bonnie Raitt and you've got Willie Nelson or something, putting those three people together, now you're drawing upon a larger audience.
Right.
And so if they show up at the gig, you get to all walk home with $1,000 or 10,000 or whatever the amount is. The bigger the show, the more money involved. And I think that we have to go corporate on it. It's corporations now that are ruling the world, and they're the only ones that got money enough to even pay somebody what it's worth to put on a show.
Right, we have to do something different. Everybody else has got these variety shows. Elvis and Madonna and the Blues Brothers and Michael Jackson, and here you got it. You have to think outside of the box and recreate the wheel, basically, with this Elvis show. And what I'm going to do is try to do that with your expertise working with me, and try to recreate the Elvis show, because not many guys have got the name and can back it up. I mean, you've got Michael as Elvis or John as Elvis, but not Elvis as Elvis. And so to me, a great honor has been bestowed upon me to try to do this. And so that's what I'm doing right now. Who was it that called us today? What was her name? Dusty?
Oh, Duffy Bishop.
Duffy Bishop had been trying to contact me for the last 3 weeks, and I couldn't get to her on Facebook because there had been too many people trying to request to be her friends. And just today, her husband contacted me on my way here and requested to be a Facebook friend. And so I'm hoping that we can work with Duffy and her people and with you to get things going, because I believe that that's something great that happened to me today. So I'm very inspired. And I'm hoping that You know, something can go with that. But the thing is, networking right now with this social network as we're here right now, this is what opens doors. And hopefully somebody will see what we have going right here right now and take a look at this video at www.elvisnaglelenterprises.com and take a look and see what we've got going. I've been doing Elvis for a long time, and I was born Elvis. From the day I was born, I was Elvis. And it was a path that was given to me from birth. It's not something that I chose, but I wanted to know who he was. And when I got to see him, this guy was something else. There will never be anybody like Elvis Presley. And if I can just bring a little bit of what he gave to us back and give it to the community, to our people, then I would say that that would be a great honor for me. So I go through exacting research to try to bring back Elvis's style, because nobody will be just like him. But if we can bring back his style, his charisma, that look, the way he dressed, and that feel in the music, then we can give back to the people. Because right now, I've heard that there's a tremendous need for Elvis. Elvis is on the comeback, and that's why what we're trying to do is work on the Elvis 2014 comeback tour, being that I will be the Elvis coming back.
Hey, I got an idea. It's just coming through, so let me do it. I have a long lost family, biological family. Some of them live in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh man, that's awesome.
You know, my brother, and then I have another brother, and my mother actually lives in Atlanta, or by Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh wow!
And I haven't seen them in 40 some years. And I was an orphan actually, and I had found my mother back when I was 17 years old, and I went all the way there and saw her, and things didn't really work out because of the husband and my brother, my only full-blood brother out of 13 brothers, was there.
Oh, wow.
And then I, of course, have Charles, my other half-brother. I have 13 other half-brothers, but he's the one that's taken a real interest in me. And he lives in Memphis. He drives a Greyhound bus. And evidently makes a decent living and supports his family. Has a bunch of kids, you know. He's Southern. And I don't know how he heard about it, probably on my station or something, because we've just started to develop our relationship since I've just found them again after 40-some years.
Wow, I think that's awesome.
Now, I think that we could go, I think Greyhound, of course, I don't want to ride a Greyhound bus all the way there, but maybe they would provide a bus for everybody to go there and throw a major concert, major family reunion of me finding my family, that whole thing. See, good cause. My cause.
Oh, yeah.
Help me get back with my mother before she dies.
You can count me in on that.
My dad was a musician all his life. And even though my mom really hated him at the end, when she told me, because I'd met her and I hung out with her for 1 month. In my whole life, I've known her for a month. And she was telling me, you know, how she hated my dad, and but then she said, but he used to play guitar and he would sing to me, and then she cried, and she said it was just, I just loved that, and
you have that ability. You have a wonderful voice. You're so talented. The first time I heard you when we played at the Sylvan Zoo House, I thought, man, this guy has got so much talent. You've got charisma. You're a great-looking guy. You're so good with the people. A lot of people everywhere, when I say your name, everybody knows who you are. I said, well, why didn't I know you until just recently? Unbelievable, but I'm glad I know you now.
All right.
But your voice is definitely stunning. I'd like to have you singing with me.
You know, I never sang until I was 40 years old.
Wow.
And the reason why I started singing, I was always a backup piano player for people, and also I had my own band. We did original material, but my friend, one of my best friends, great singer, he said to me, well, it's too bad God didn't give you the gift of being able to sing. And
I think you got it.
And further, and I went, what the heck with this? I am going to learn to sing. So you can start at 40 and learn to sing.
Def, you did. When I seen it, I was all shook up. I thought that was great, man. What a stunning voice. Very good.
All right,
You've done
thanks.
so good for yourself,
Thanks.
you know.
Well, so look, you know, somehow, I'm not saying no, I'm just saying how. How
Right.
can we? So I'm waiting for that inspiration now. I just talked about Memphis, Tennessee, and my mom and my brothers, all 13 of them. That's a pretty decent story.
Oh yeah, really, that is a really decent story.
Now, when I call my mom, I don't even really talk to her anymore because when I do call her, all she does is cry the whole time because she regrets that not only did she let me go when I was a baby, a year old, and then she left pregnant with my only full-blood brother. So she left. But then when I found her and went to Georgia on a bus ride, which we're not going to do that, ride all the way on a bus, then she disowned me again because of the husband she was with was mad because my brother found out the truth. And so that's why I hadn't seen her in 40-some years.
Wow.
And I think she really regrets that she did that. But but at the same time, I don't know her. And what I do know of her, she let me go. She didn't give a crap. Now she's going to die feeling really miserable.
Well, let's hope that she doesn't feel miserable. Let's try to bring a great amount of joy to her life and do something to change that. Because you know what? You can't change yesterday, but you can change today and the next day ahead of you. Mm-hmm. So if you had a bad day today, if you go into tomorrow with a bad attitude, then you're going to make that day bad. You have a choice. You can change the next day. You can change the future, but you can't change the past. You know, another weird thing for me is on this voyage that I'm on is I just found out 2 days ago that before Elvis got his big break, he was working for Precision Electric. And I got a badge of his badge for Precision Electric. Well, the company I work for right now, I just got an administrator's position working for Precision Cast Parts. Mm-hmm. I'm a supply coordinator. I'm like a purchasing manager, but I work for Precision Cast Parts Corporation. A precision, not electric, but precision. So
right.
I'm thinking, my time's up and coming soon. Could 2014 be that year to make the big comeback? I'm just hoping.
I know what it is. You know, we got to get your company. We got to get my brother's company to put up all the money and everything that's needed to be able to put on a show, starting here and going there.
Well, I talked to Precision. They don't do anything. They don't make any charities. They don't do any charitable funds. They don't do anything for anybody that's running for office or anything. That's in their statement, their mission statement. Mm-hmm. They will not help us whatsoever. I can't even get them to help me to play for the company picnic. I mean, that's how it is.
Okay, Elvis left his job behind.
Right. Well,
I think you're going to be leaving your job behind.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. You know, I'm ready for this. I've geared up my whole life. I'm not married. I'm ready to go. I work at this every week. I have, like I say, Kane Taylor. She is my assistant administrator. She's our website manager. She's the staff photographer, like Ed Bonnier was for Elvis. She is for us, and she's there every step of the way of the journey. I just want to thank her for everything that she does to help us because she works so hard every day, 7 days a week. This woman is like, I call her my secret weapon. I don't know what I'd do without her, and she's always there. Every time I have something that I need to have done or pertains to the Elvis Show or we need to go somewhere, she's there to document it and take those pictures. So when you go to the website, I want you to know that Kane Taylor made the website. She runs the website, and she had some assistance from another friend, but she has taken all those wonderful pictures. And she has an eye. She's a true professional, and I just want everybody to know that she is out there, and she makes all the difference in the world to make things happen. So I just want to thank her. Thank you, King. Thank you very much. She does such a great job.
Anytime.
You're the one that this is the one I was commenting on at the, I thought you were somebody else, the other lady at the time.
No, I remember thinking about Mary Sue is what he said.
I didn't want to, it was you then. I didn't want to insult the other person by lavishing so much appreciation for your gifts, okay?
And she's a pro musician. She's making all our charts. She's doing so much everything else. So she's helping us, but she can assist you to help me. Now, that picture there was just taken in March of last year. That was just last year, that picture there.
That was New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. Okay, so a year ago.
New.
Well, okay, you still can do it, huh?
Well, yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Show at the bottom about the postage thing.
Okay, what? This thing here, the
right
stamps?
here. Yeah, check it out. Now, they wouldn't let us make a stamp because it looked too much like Elvis.
Right, you look too much like Elvis.
So the postage, the U.S. Postal Service would now allow us to make our own stamp because, he says it's, there's no way that we can make a stamp because that's Elvis Presley, and we had to
Yeah.
prove that was really me.
Merchandise. Hey, tell me a little bit quick about your collection of.
Well, I had met a lot of Elvis's band when I was in the 1980s. I was in Las Vegas, and at that time, there was still a lot of Elvis's band hanging around out there. And one time I was at the Gold Nugget, and some people were jamming, and I didn't really take it for serious, that they were really people that were really affiliated with Elvis or Preston Enterprises. And they told me, who makes your clothes? I says, my mama. And my mom had been helping me. She wanted me to do this. She passed away with telling me, go for your dream. She told me to go for it. And my father, he just told me, you stick with this job. I want you to be a lawyer. And he said he never met a guitar player that ever made anything of himself. And I told him, well, I'm going to try to make a difference here with where we're going. But anyways, when I was in Vegas, they approached me and told me that, you look a lot like Elvis and you have that voice, and they think I have the gift. So they told me, hey, we know Elvis is Taylor. I go, oh, yeah, sure you do. I hear a lot of stories, people just trying to get my attention. So they hooked me up with Gene Doucette and Bill Ballou. Bill Ballou had passed away in 2009 of cancer. Bless him. But anyways, Gene Doucette, he's Elvis's designer. He did all the designs that was on the work, and Bill Ballou was the tailor. Anyways, they hooked me up with the clothes, and I've been collecting for the last 40 years all the Elvis clothes that I can. And right now I have 160 different outfits. I have 320 different variations. I have the largest collection on the West Coast of Elvis memorabilia. I have all the chains except for 2 of them, and I have all except for 3 rings of every piece of jewelry that Elvis had. And so I have that in my possession now because I love looking like Elvis. When I go
How did you
somewhere-
do that? How did you fandangle that? It must have been
Through them. They helped me get it. And
Really?
Elvis Taylor still is making clothes for me today because I still have so many things to be done. And the scarves they give out are authentic scarves too. They're made out of satin and they're top stitch on the side. Plus they're sprayed with this cologne, which is a secret what Elvis used that has the Elvis smell to him. When the girls are waiting for me to come out on stage, usually you can hear them say, I can smell him down the hallway. And, that put that personal touch to bring that Elvis to the real life and bring it to the stage. And that helped me have what I call my arsenal with the clothing, the sunglasses, and all the jewelry, the rings, the chains, and having all the outfits. I bring together the closest thing to Elvis that there is. Like you would coin the phrase, the next best thing. Talk is cheap. You got to come out there and hear us sing and see what we can do. Because I tell you what, when I get into composure and I put on my outfit and I put the cape on, it's like, here comes the sunglasses. I'm like Elvis. And here comes Superman when he puts his cape on. I become Elvis for that little while and go out there and put on that show. And
I have an agent, Tom Stinnett. Do you know him?
I think I've heard his name before.
I think he's probably 95 by now, and
He's probably heard of me.
but that guy he just keeps living.
Yeah.
That
I
guy.
heard he's like a monster.
Really?
Well, he knows a lot of people.
Yeah.
He can
Oh, yeah.
really
Well,
help
he
you
was
can open a lot of
one
doors.
of the first agents, entertainment agencies in Portland.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that guy rocked. But he's pretty old. He's tired. But he always has a gig available in Reno. And he always calling me going, hey, you want to go down to Reno and do that gig? Well, maybe I should say yes. You still got that gig? And that could be like a launch point or something.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
start from there, go east all the way to Memphis, and have a big concert that
Yeah.
we all, including
We
the
could do
band and the orchestra,
Right.
make
And we have
money doing.
We have a tight core group right now. I have right now we have the horn section. We have the bass singer, Mr. Richard Bigelow. We have a guy that's been with me for over 26 years, Richard. We also have Mr. Tony Hollywood Harris. He's like Elvis's scarf guy. He sings harmonies. He's carrying around a guitar. He plays acoustic guitar, but he hands me my water and my scarves. This is the job that Charlie Hodge did for Elvis, but he still offers that vocal ability. Okay, those are 2 veteran members. And then we have the drummer, Chuck Shotwell. He's been with me for 20 some odd years. I went through 54 drummers to get him. Now, every time I flinch or move or whatever I do, he has to catch it. Mm-hmm. And he does. And now we just added Keith Post to the mix. So we have a really good core. And we have a really good rhythm guitar player that we're using right now. His name's Pat Kelly. And he just came to the band a few months ago, and he started working with us. So we have a really tight core. We just need to get that piano player, and then we're looking for a trio of girl singers. Like Elvis had the Sweet Inspirations. The name of my trademark girls they're going to be singing for us are going to be called the Great Inspirations. Real close, but not copyright infringement. And so we've done a lot of things to just have that touch of class. One, making it real, make it big, and make it good, and bring to the people something they want to hear, a true quality Elvis show. And I feel that we have the goods and the arsenal to bring this to life and make this dream come to fruition.
Okay. Well, it's becoming more real to me.
To me too. Frankly, I'm just, since I have met you, you have really touched my life. All the things you're doing, what a help. You people out there would want to know somebody that's really wonderful and helpful. I don't know this man. I just met him a few months ago, and he has totally touched my life and changed things for the better and making things happen for me. And I just friended him on Facebook, and he liked what he saw in the video, and then he started helping me, and it's just gotten better and better and better, and things are really happening right now.
It seems
you have
like
brought people from your inner circle into my life to help me, and I truly want to tell you thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate what you've done. I'm all shook up, and you really touched my life. If my mama was still alive today, she would really love you for what you've done. You are a good man.
All right, thanks. Thank you, Elvis.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're it. I love you, Elvis.
Thank you.
I can
I love you too. I feel that we got something going here. And if we can develop enough fans and a fan base, we can fill up a lot of different places. Now remember, Elvis gave away the scarves. We gave away the scarves. We give away teddy bears. There's a lot of things happening at the shows. This is not your regular variety of the concert type stuff. An Elvis show is an Elvis show. In order for you to really feel and hear and experience, you've got to listen to the Elvis Nagel Experience live.
Now, can we throw a mini concert without the band and you just do it on karaoke? I believe you've done that, right?
Yeah, I've done that before. It just doesn't have the real pack 'em, sock 'em, punch 'em that the band does.
That a band. I mean, yeah, having a killer band.
Karaoke is just really dry. And if I had to do it, if there's something, there was a reason, I'm sure we could do it. But it just doesn't have the impact that the band has with the live show.
Except that you were still packing the joint, doing the karaoke version.
For 3 years, we sold out every Saturday. We played 3 Saturdays a month, and we sold out the place. It only held 100 people. It seated like 68. We sold it out every Saturday except for Super Bowl Sunday and Easter Sunday. And we always did something for the veterans. When it was Veterans Day, we'd always let all the veterans in for free and give out American flags, whatever we could.
Elvis, it's something just came to mind. I did a video not too long ago, a month ago, for these guys, and one of the guys that was with me was in The Biggest Loser. It was the guy he was in The Biggest Loser. Wow. And I don't know whether he won or not, but I just knew that was his claim to fame.
Nice.
Because I guess he'd lost, 300 some pounds.
Yeah. And, holy smoke.
And it was because of the other guy I know that also had lost almost 400 pounds.
Holy
so
smoke.
They've got a science about working. And you've seen those TV shows,
yes.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, you're not like that. But yet you are looking to get yourself back into excellent condition.
Well, I need to lose 40 pounds. I hurt my leg. I fell down. I took a fall and almost lost my leg. And I was lucky that I didn't and suffered from some adversity myself. My legs just healed up good enough here. In the next week or so, I should be able to start getting back on the treadmill and start doing some cardio. And then that way I can start losing this weight again since I've been ill. Mm-hmm. So I just need 40 pounds.
Maybe you're going to have a bike or something where you can just do it without stress on that.
Right,
the stress of running is just really not it.
Well, we'll see. Any type of cardio, whatever you can do. But I've been going to the gym now, and, I've been putting it together. And, I've got myself getting going. My goal is to lose the 40 pounds by the end of April. So
end of April. So that January, February, March, April. 4 months? You want to lose 40 pounds, 10 pounds a month?
Yeah, about 2.5 pounds a week, which is pretty could happen with a strict diet and doing the training like that Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I believe I can do it. I'd be even happy with 30 pounds going down the right direction.
Okay, well, look, just doing that and somebody documenting that video-wise, documentary, that'd be great material that would fit. They got TV shows just on losing weight.
Right.
That story itself would help everybody.
The thing is to do it, to set out the goal and actually do it and follow that regime and have the tenacity to stay strict and do it, because a lot of
Right.
it is all willpower.
Right.
And anybody can lose the weight, but you have to stay on the diet once the diet's given to you. Some people get all the information, everything is given to them, it's right in front of their nose, but yet they can't lose the weight because they don't have that willpower. They're into
Yeah.
the comfort food. And so you have to eat right. Everybody has to be fed nutritionally properly so that we can, have the level of fitness that we're
Yeah.
looking for.
I lost 45 pounds one time,
Wow.
and I did it by
Juicing, right?
changing my diet totally.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And it was more like just vegetables and
Right, and
no
that's what
meat and potatoes.
I'm planning on doing just chicken and going for vegetables too for
Yeah.
my carbohydrates. High alkaline is really key to essential to losing the weight, because if you put your body in a high pH profile, then you tend to put on more weight. But if you have a high alkaline profile, you'll lose the weight. Plus, you have to have the amount of exercise into the physical activity. It's really important too. You have to burn more calories than what you're taking in. But right now,
Well, So, but what if you change your diet and lower the carbohydrates, but yet still eat foods? You could eat a ton of carrots.
right,
You could eat a ton of that kind of food,
right, and you'll lose weight.
and you'll lose weight.
Plus, singing, when I'm on stage, I lose a tremendous amount of weight with the lights, the heat, and the amount of movement that I do. It really helps me get into shape. I've just been waiting for this leg to heal up. I know there's excuses, but
What happened to the leg again? What exactly?
I fell down on a boat dock, and when I slipped and fell, I hit the edge of the dock, and the boards were made out of what do you call the particle board, and inside the particle board they have formaldehyde, and it went so deep into my leg I got formaldehyde poisoning, and it started rotting my leg, and I got gangrene, and I have pictures that I could probably show you, but my legs started turning black and red all the way up to the knee, and right now it's healing up pretty damn good.
That was scary, though, huh?
Right. And I had prayed and really reinforced how much I believe in the Lord and what God does for us. And there is a Lord, and He does answer dreams. Sometimes you think when things are happening to you that a good Lord wouldn't let this happen. Listen, He lets you find out through suffering of what happens when we make the wrong choices. But when you find out, before you go and meet the Lord, when you're done with your life, and you find out what your purpose has been, I just feel this way, basically. If it doesn't kill you, it's going to make you stronger. This has made me stronger going through that. And my faith in the Lord is really there. Because I prayed I didn't want to lose my leg because I'm trying to put the show back together again. And I got my leg still. I prayed I wanted to put the show together to help bring me the people and bring together the staff and help me put together. And it's happening. So I really believe that things are happening. It may not happen in your time, but it will happen in God's time.
Well, it better
So
happen
keep
in
on
your
praying.
time. It better happen in your time, otherwise what the use? What the heck?
Yeah, but you need to have the faith and keep up the faith. Because
Yeah, God, you want me to do what you want me to do? Well, then fix my blasted leg and I'll do it.
Right.
And then bring me the people I got to do it with.
Right. Well, help me meet these people. He doesn't do all the work for you. He just allows you the opportunities. And once
Yeah.
you do the opportunities, you have to take it from them. There's a great amount you have to do. He lets you decide. So you can take path A or path B or path C. It's totally up to you.
Yeah. A story comes to mind. Maybe it was 30 years ago. I was playing piano in a church, of course, and I met a guy who played guitar. His name was Doyle Smith, and he played the guitar laying it down like this. He was left-handed. The only way he could learn to play was by taking a guitar and turning it around.
This guy's life just turned around. Wasn't he in the movie that was called Oh, I forget the name of it right now off the top of my head, but
It could be the same guy.
Doyle
but he
Smith.
knew Elvis
Okay.
personally and had played with him because he had a Chet Atkins style.
Uh-huh.
His style was totally Chet Atkins. It was totally meticulous, and because he had it turned around with his hand, he was able to do chords that no other guitar player could do. So he was super talented, and yet he always was an accompanist kind of thing. And he knew Elvis, and what he told me about Elvis was he was as warm as a warm and old shoe. And just hanging out with Elvis was cozy, and he was funny and he was caring though. He cared about people.
I'm a shy guy myself. I am, but
Wait,
I hope
and
I
he was
can
just
bring
talking about the circle of friends that around Elvis that knew him well, that would hang out with him all the time. Because Elvis did like hanging out with his friends.
Oh, yeah.
He'd rather hang out with his friends than with, Priscilla Presley.
right. I feel the same way too. That's why I'm single. I'd rather be working on my music, and the girls just don't understand. That my greatest passion is the music. Take a hell of a woman to not want to change me. I've met them. They said they love me, but when you love something, you don't try to change it. And I don't want to quit singing, and I'm not going to give that up for anybody. So I'm on my mission. Somebody else would have to take that and understand that I'm not a cheater. I've never been the cheating kind. But when it comes to my music and my act and what I do, I take a great amount of seriousness with it. Nobody's going to get in the way.
Yeah. So you've kind of come to grips with the idea that God He made you this way, and so therefore you have to follow through with this as your mission.
Well, I've tried, let's just put it this way. I've tried not to be Elvis, and I released 3 country albums. If you go to cdbaby.com and look up Elvis, Nagel, and Smith, there's 3 albums. You can download the songs, on for your iPod or whatever. I think they're $1 to download them. And it's country western music. I did everything I could. And these are original songs that I've wrote myself with the co-writer's name was Phil Smith. And everybody would comment and say, well, it doesn't sound like Elvis. And I says, it's not supposed to. This is Elvis Nagel. I'm proud of those pieces. There's a lot of work in those, right? Well, everybody wanted me to be Elvis again, and that's what started this thing 3 years ago. And so I just started playing at karaoke bars and put together a show, and then I was doing a 50 show, and then 2 hours later I'd come up with a 70 show, and then pretty soon it was one big show. Then I put in a light show with it, and I got a choir, and I put this thing, and it evolved into what it is. But basically everybody has been steering me to come back, to bringing back the Elvis Show. And so that's where we are today. And so no matter how much I try to get away from being Elvis, I'm back at it again. And my dad, he tells me, he says, son, I says, yes, Papa. He says, why are you doing that damn Elvis thing again? I tried to help you and do everything I could. I says, I don't know. I think it's my destiny. And, seeing Elvis 7 times, having the Elvis name, kind of looking like him and being able to sing, that's my voice. That's how I sing. My mom sent me to singing lessons. I mean, I just sing it the way I feel it, but he was the guide. But I just feel that this is my destiny. No matter how hard I've tried to get away from it, I just keep on going back.
Yeah.
And I feel that you're part of my destiny and part of this journey that I'm on right now. And so I have to do this. I have to find out where this is going to lead me.
Yeah.
But I have so much fun when I do it, and the people really, really love it, and you can really do a lot of good things for a lot of people. And Elvis was a very humane person. He tried to help people as much as he could. So I try to feel like Elvis's spirit is living inside me, so I can help others as well and bring back what Elvis gave to us.
And what did Elvis give to us?
He gave us rock and roll music. He touched people's lives. He gave away cars and rings and things. And he tried to help everybody as much as he could. And, Elvis really touched everybody's lives. We wouldn't have the music what we have today. Because basically what rock and roll is rhythm, blues, and gospel. And Elvis started at a very young age, playing. And he had the sound in his head, and that's what we got. And this is where it is today, is because of what Presley had brought to us for the Presley music. So I feel that without Elvis Presley, we wouldn't have the music we have today. That's why they call him the King of Rock.
Okay, I'm telling this guy right now who that I just turned down today. Overcoming adversity, injury, and making a comeback. Well, I'd already talked to this guy about you. You know, he's the guy that lost the 300, 400 pounds.
Right.
And he's a dedicated soldier, warrior. He calls himself. Okay, I said, well, why don't you get with Elvis? Now he's got some deal he's offering me if I do all this stuff, all these different videos, documentaries. Then he will. What will he do? I'll get mentioned in some national video or movie. You know, it'll have some Hollywood in it. I'll get recognized or something if I do it. That's the promise that's held out to it. But I somehow, I don't know. It's not good enough.
I can get you a lot of attention
promise.
doing the Elvis Show. I think you can get more attention doing that, singing with us, and with your piano playing ability and your terrific voice. You can give a lot back to the community. We can do a lot of good things and help a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's my goal. I want to do something.
I don't want to change the world. I want to make an impact and be able to do like Elvis. Elvis Presley changed the face of the world. That's what I'd like to do with the music and the talent that I have right now.
I was looking for the link to see if he would join us online here, but I guess I'm not going to do that.
Well, you know, just moving along so slowly for me. I'm wishing it moved a lot faster, but you know, I quitting a long time ago. So I just want to make sure that I do everything I can to ensure that I've taken the proper steps necessary to make things work for us to bring the dream to fruition as quick as possible.
Yeah.
And so like I said, I've got a good core group together right now. The horns are just coming. Basically, all we need now is a piano player and the guitar player and a trio of girls, and we're ready to go. This place, we could be rocking in, in the next 3 months. This thing will be ready to go. It's an hour-and-a-half show. I've got 14 casinos, Oregon, Idaho, and Washington, that are interested in seeing what I've got, but I first got to get together first.
The piano player guy that I did bring to you, he just got a job at a casino. A friend of his called him and said, "Hey, I'm in charge of the casino." That seems like a pretty high up connection.
Yeah.
He says, "If you want to play here, you're in." So he just got the casino as a regular gig. I think. So we'll see if that. It's like, well, why did he take that? I thought he was going to school. So, he changes. So we'll see how that's going to work out. But if he's going to play at the casino, dude, you're at the casino, and he's the piano player because he can do it. It's all in there.
I don't think him and my drummer wouldn't click together. He would get his feelings hurt. Chuck is very abrasive. He would really not
mess
work.
him up.
Right? Yeah. I think you would be the perfect fit for what we got going. At least give it a try. And like you said, you'd help us to the interim until we can find somebody appropriate. But we need somebody that can play strings, the horn strings, and organ and piano sound. So it's I have all the equipment there. That
you got the horn players, right?
Well, they haven't been there yet. I got one coming out on the 15th next Saturday, and then after that, after the beginning of the year, then the horn players will start coming out on Sundays. So right now we're just trying out our charts because this is a fresh band. This band is just all new.
Okay.
So that's why I'm trying to get you involved in it right now. Being that you would be the final touch to solidifying the core group. We need somebody with your expertise to help guide us because I'm looking at dynamics right now. Elvis had a lot of dynamics going into it. And what I have to do, I'm micromanaging so many things right now. I need to focus more on myself and what I'm doing. And my moves and everything, I need somebody behind me that would do that. So I figured with you and Keith Post, man, what a team. And I'm telling you, when you hear these guys, you'll be in. You just wait and see. I'm telling you what, you're going to be saying, oh my God, you will have so much fun. I mean, these guys are tight. And KT's going to be at that practice when you show up because she'll be taking pictures. She's documenting this whole thing. I plan on writing a book after we get done with this and having you make the documentary on the way back up, like the ladder to success. I don't know what I'm going to call this piece, but I want to have it all documented right now as I move up to show what I had to go through to try to put this thing together. Because when I was younger, it seemed so simple. It just happened for me. And then now I'm putting this thing together. It's like pulling teeth. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And I can't believe all the problems that we're having that you would never think of. You know, personality clashes, people getting scared. All of a sudden, it's really going to start happening. Now they back out because they don't want to go on tour, or they don't want to go over here, or they're afraid to play at an audience, or people having health problems and taking health risks and can't do it. But all the things you don't think can happen are happening now. I'm finding out about that. Plus, with myself, adversity. But the thing is, I overcame it. I prayed, I had faith, and I wasn't letting nothing stop me. And they told me that they may have to cut off my leg. I was thinking, well, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to get prosthesis and put all my different Elvis shoes on these different prosthesis. Not once did I ever think that I was quit being Elvis. Not once did that thought come into my head. Because I'm a champion. And that's the way I do things, is I get it done. And I have a desire, and I have a dream. And I'm going to get this thing done. And one way or another, I'm going to find out where this leads me.
Okay. Well, I want to see how the journey goes, and I'm willing to do something to help you along the journey, Elvis.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Daniel.
All right.